When James Ghilotti started his business in 1914, that's where he was a stonemason. You know, he would go around Sonoma County, Marin County even, Sonoma County, Napa County, looking for stones and build rock walls, and that morphed into concrete work. And that was one of the first things he did. You know, he'd go down to the creek bottoms and get his gravel and buy his cement and mix it all by hand, and was pouring sidewalks and driveways. Dick had a great upbringing, right? And we went to Marin Catholic High School. He went to Santa Clara. He was a Marine reservist. Spent a month or two traveling Europe, then dove right into the business. Of course, he was working every summer growing up. Believe it or not, Dino, his father, says, "You're not working for me, you're working for Mario." So Mario was actually one of Dick's first mentors. So Dick really got his feet underneath him, you know, and really worked his tail off like the rest of us, and listened to his father at dinner and listened to Mario at work and all those other mentors. So he knew the business. He knew the business.
Well, Dick Ghilotti, and our relationship goes back even to Mario Ghilotti and his dad, Dino Ghilotti. And when I first got started, I was just doing underground. And I would go into Ghilotti Brothers' office in San Rafael and bid all their underground projects. As we started growing, Dick Dowd and Ghilotti Brothers saw that, hey, maybe we should have our own underground construction. So we became competitors at that point in time, and then Dick lost his father, and Dick and Mario decided to go separate ways. Dick started Ghilotti Construction, and we became good competitors. There was good competitors, fair competitors, fierce competitors, but we both respected each other.
The late 80s were tough times. There was a recession going on. The business was having some challenges, and Dick and Mario just decided it'd be best to go their separate ways.
I don't think he feared 1 second about starting a new company. I think he wanted to do that, and I think he knew he was going to be capable of doing it. That's the reason that when he came to me 4 years after he started the company, and he came to me and he said, "I would like for you to join me," I knew that he was capable of making it happen. It was a no-brainer for me to join Ghilotti Construction.
Started with working for Ghilotti Construction a year after the split, so I started in, I think, late '92. Dick's primary interest is securing a client and keeping the client happy. That really goes to one of his core beliefs, being selfless in his desire to keep clients. When you have that type of attitude, it takes away the me-you type of client relationship and creates more of an us. We're all in it together. How can we solve a problem together? What's the better good for anything? What's the better good for the community? What's the better good for the project? I think that's his initial approach. I don't think I've found another person that's as selfless as he is. I've never, ever heard him say, "What's in it for me?" It's always, how can we solve this? How can we move beyond the problem and solve the issue at hand?
He would talk to everybody. And that's one of the things that people always liked about Dick Ghilotti. He would come to a project, he would say hello to laborers and operators, he would know their names, so that they kind of felt like they're part of the team.
Public work, you throw a number on the table and everybody sees it. There's an opening at 2, and everyone knows their place. With private work, you know, if the client doesn't trust you, the client doesn't believe in you, that door shuts so quietly you never hear it. You know, someone else is on the job the next day. In order to keep a client happy, you have to try to understand what his needs are. And I think that's where Dick has stressed the most, is find the needs of the client, fulfill them in any way that you can, and the next project will come along, and you'll be the first guy in line to be able to prove that you can do the job again. And I think that's what he's done over and over and over again. That's what he's tried to instill in his company. That's what he's really tried to instill in me and all of the employees around us.
he was a great leader by bringing the team together. He loved teamwork. It was all one thing he always said. He always compared a project in the guys on the job. He goes, hey, we're like a football team. Let's huddle up in the morning, figure out what we're doing, and everybody should know what the other guy's doing, and let's complete our task. The next day, the same thing. It was a play that would be set up first thing in the morning and would go throughout the day. And the next day, it was a new play. Dick is very proud of his projects. Yeah, so proud. He'll take a martini glass, put it on his dashboard, and he'll fill it up with water, and he'll drive the road. It has to be water, though. He'll drive the road, and if it doesn't spill, it's a good job. Dick was very instrumental in some of the recession time. It was tough. We went after some big projects with thin margins, and it kept guys working. Kept the lights on. But it was when we got into it, it was like, what are we doing, Dick? But you just kind of jump on his coattail and you ride the wave.
Many companies were going broke, and we were bidding projects mostly to just keep people busy and keep our employees working and keep our clients that were still working during that period afloat. He'd already been through recessions before, and he knew that it was going to get over, and he knew that the person who's last standing and biggest capable is going to grow a lot faster than the people who are scared.
He had a pretty thick skin for risk. He was not afraid of risk, where most guys would be a little bit, hey, we're not sure how this work is going to go, this task is going to go, let's put a little money on it. He was not afraid of some of those scenarios.
Dick Ghilotti came up with the idea, which it was shocking to many people. It was outside the box. It was coming from his entrepreneurial spirit and fearlessness, and he decided to acquire North Bay Construction, who the owner was one of his friends. They knew each other, they trusted each other.
Dick and I had a little deal going, even though we were great competitors, that who was going to buy who out. And it was the situation was we actually both kind of wanted the other guy to buy us out. So end result was it looked like I won because Dick ended up buying me out. The deal maker was Dick would try to keep all my employees, as many as he could. That was what enticed me to sell it to him.
With that acquisition, he brought in a lot of good people and a lot of good workers in the field, as well as good estimators and good project managers. And he also basically took over some other major projects that he thought it was going to help both with training of his people, giving people a goal that we know the company's not closing. Not only we're not closing, but we're getting these big projects to run, and getting a good cash flow coming because Caltrans doesn't go broke. Get a good cash flow going, give a good morale to his personnel, and bring in good, strong management and estimating people so that when the economy turns around, he can go as fast as we did. We did it again when we were doing a big project on 101 during the COVID crisis.
But Dick, after buying me out, asked if I'd sit on the board of directors with him, which I thought was a great honor. And Dick has treated me just like a brother, and I hope I've treated him the same way.
Dick has an abundance of integrity, and I think he assumes that in others. If you're going to deal with Dick, you're going to deal with him in the old way, the handshake way.
Future of Ghilotti is bright. Last year we made a transition to an ESOP company. Our employees are excited about it.
Dick now turned the company over to the employees, which I think is a great thing for everybody.
I think by providing the employees the ability to to form an ESOP is probably one of the bravest things he's ever done, and I think it's going to prove its worth many times over in the coming years. Dick has always believed that the assets are the people. The assets of a company are who you surround yourself with, how you do business in the marketplace, and how you're represented. It really drives to the essence of who Dick is, to give back to those he truly loves, cares about, to do good work. I mean, those are all things that are ingrained in him.
One of Dick's most proud moments or foundations that he's built up is obviously the DG Foundation. It's in honor of his son that passed away in 2013, day after his college graduation from Miami. So that scholarship is a great scholarship. It sponsors kids that go to San Domenico, Marine Catholic, or University of Miami for athletics, academics, or art. And that is definitely probably Dick's most proud accomplishment.
And all I can say, Dick, to you is I wish you the best, and getting this award is well deserved, and it's a great award. And Dick, looking forward to the future. I would like to have you come back down to the house, have a few martinis like you used to do, and we'll see each other all the time. Thanks, Dick.